It's the Really Charlie podcast. Sounds so true. Grab a chair, pour out a glass. Let's break through. Echoes in the room as the stories unfold. Tune in, lean back, let the moments be bold. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Tune your ear. With each word spoken, we're drawing you near. Yo, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Set your mind free. Diving deep, discover what's meant to be.
Hey, bad producer. I am very sorry. Wrong intro.
Producer brother.
Sometimes you have to lose yourself, podcast. Welcome everybody. And joining us, my great co-host here, Marvin Speller. Coach is doing amazing things, and we're gonna talk about it. But thank you
Thanks,
for
brother.
joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We truly appreciate this time that you given to us, especially when there's so many other things that you could do, but you're here with us. The T-shirt I have today, I'm wearing a T-shirt, and the T-shirt is from Cooked. Cooked is a franchise. It's actually a clothing line that a friend of mine here in New Bedford, Massachusetts, has started, and he's been going strong for a little bit. Quite a bit of, I want to say 2 years, and
Wow.
so he's on Facebook, and there's a little link there. Just put in "Cooked for Life." He got a little duck over there doing his things with his little beanie, and smoking a little bit. But this is just a great young man that I had in middle school that is actually related to my son-in-law, and so this is his T-shirt, and he has many things. Clothing lines are amazing, and Michelle has a T-shirt. I got a T-shirt. There's quite a few things. There's little outfits, and so check it out. So what's going on? The newly famed author.
I don't know if I call it famed. It's but thank you, my brother. I appreciate the support.
I'm putting it in the air, man. I'm putting it in the air because I'm gonna see you on The View. I'm gonna see you on what's that girl's name? What's that? I see her every morning, man. Hold on one second. Michelle, who do you watch in the morning? The black host on in the morning. Yeah. Not The View, the other one. I don't know. Tamara.
No, but thank you. This is what I'm doing has a lot of legs to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of legs, and each day I'm touching 4 to 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
organizations, and like I said, man, millions served. That's what's happening. So I'm living that as it's unfolding. So I'm pretty excited about that. But it's gone well so far. I've got some really positive reviews from people, so I'm really hyped about that.
It is a good feeling, especially that first week. You're looking at things progress, and like you said, you're listening to some reviews, some comments, and people are just awesome about it. So let me try to put this on the screen. It's actually on Amazon,
Yeah.
and so I just want to get people to kind of see what we know. All right.
Yeah,
So
it's on Amazon now. It'll be on other channels probably next week.
Hmm. Man, some good prices, man. You get a you get a discount for being black, man. Look at that, man. Those are some great prices, man.
Yeah,
I
those are great prices. And even that it has a planner in it as well, which I was going to sell separate. And I was like, you know what? Let's just throw it in.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, all right, everyone. So um you get um I mean, you can't grade comments, right? You know, when people are reviewing you, it's nice getting them, even if they're bad, right? You got to accept all of it
Right.
because there's no stopping you. You
No,
know,
there's no
so
stopping, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm doing with this. I think I told you I'm going to have book signings in many places, which I
mm,
think is important to do because I just want to get out there and talk to people, man. Just hey, listen, this is what's going on. This is why I made the book. Um, this is how this is something that can help you, and this is how. So I think people want to know the story behind it. It's a really fascinating story that's can go on many different levels with people. So, um, man, that's what's most exciting.
it sure
This
is.
this thing is taking off, and I'm really in some ways catching up to it.
Yeah, it's especially like when you you're probably getting a lot of questions where people are reading and then they're asking questions about the book, you know, chapter from chapter, and
Yeah, that's starting to come in.
mhm.
Um, Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll go through. I kind of want to go through all the tools. It's a lot
Okay,
of tools in there to help people.
yeah, it makes sense. Um, the we've been you know, you and I have been talking about it, and it's going on for, I would say, 2 months. What do you think? Right, 2 months of talking about it, and
Yeah, 2.5 months, somewhere around there. Yeah.
so it comes in. It's all coming to light. It's raising raising above the horizon like a sunrise, man. I just so glad that you did this. Um, the you know, it's inspired me to do almost anything, right? All the conversations we had,
Yeah.
and where you know, talk about, you know, it's a new day, you got to push forward, and it's all based on our conversations on Wednesday, you know, because I reflect on some of those conversations and say, well, you know, and excuse the pun or the cliche, what would Marvin do, right?
Mhm.
What would Marvin do? And because I think your spirit just kind of, you know, gets absorbed into people that you're talking to and interacting with. So, but
Thank you.
What would Marvin do, right?
Yeah, that's the
So,
purpose.
yeah.
Make a difference in the lives of many.
Well, I'm gonna put this podcast on your profile because
Okay.
we need we need we need your good folks to get involved and get into the interaction um, of your book. Hey, I started a new group about sobriety, so please send anybody your way or that way towards the book. I mean the group on
Okay.
Facebook, and it's really Charlie podcast sobriety, um, facts and stories. You know, so I want to focus on that only
Okay.
because would it's like to get some folks on, just like we want to get folks on here.
Right.
Has anyone reached out to you that want to come on and speak candidly about, you know, love and grief?
No, but there's some people I want to reach out to personally.
Okay,
Which
all
I
right,
think which I think is important.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Hey, Michael, how are you?
Yeah, Michael, what's going on, man? Blogging away. The dude is blogging away, Marvin, man. He's just writing away. Got smoke coming from his keyboard up, and Rita's probably telling him, "Are you gonna come to bed yet?"
That's
So
great. That's great.
yeah. Um. The I've been so tied up this past week with the tragedy that's been going on in Cape Verde, right?
What
And
you? How's that going? You want to speak on that for a few minutes?
sure. Well, the hurricane had hit San Vicente, Cape Verde, and problem with that island is it's the rainwater doesn't absorb as easily as the other islands because it's made of clay.
Okay.
And so now when the rain comes down and heavy as it did, and the winds, it produces a clay mudslide,
Mm,
which is hard and very very it's not filtered. It just comes in clumps all over the place. So what happened is this storm went over the island at nighttime when most of the islanders are sleeping. So the numbers that it affected is 80,000 people.
oh God.
Loss of yeah, loss of probably 9 lives right now. Could be the numbers could be larger.
Mhm.
So what we're trying to do is get everything that we possibly can, clothing, non-perishable things, any items, some medical supplies, everything possible. And so we did a drive this past Sunday. My employer, Tremblay's bus company, had donated a lot to us. We had a storage unit, a moving company called W&W Moving and Storage, owned by Walter Manise. Um, he provided a truck and a moving team to stay during the fundraising and during the project. They loaded up everything that was donated to us. We have Rehome Solutions that provided a storage unit for us so we can keep everything there. So it will be shipped out on Sunday, the 24th, and going directly to Cape Verde. And the also Brockton Association, the Brockton Cape Verdean Association, also teamed up and came down and gave some donations and also spread the word,
Mhm.
which was 5 stars because they were doing their own event in the same time, and
Wow.
some of the representatives came and made some donations, and
Okay. That's great.
um, I don't want to miss anybody. We also the E Lima Foundation, which is kind of the spearhead of all this, reached out to myself, and then we got on board of doing this, and this Friday we have a book drive, a school supply drive. I'm just going to put it on the bottom here. And so if anybody wants to join us, it's right there.
Hmm.
All right. So that will be 4 to 8. And all the sponsors that I just mentioned, they're all involved. The parking lot this time is owned by a local gentleman. And once I have his name, we are actually going to give him a shout out. We're also going to put a flyer out there. Um, and he donated a quarter of the parking lot of a plaza to help us out collect the school supply drive on Friday.
Okay.
So, but you take the lead, bro, on this show, man. Take the lead right now. What are we going to talk about?
Well, we talk about the book. We could talk about what's in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've shared this before. You got a tribute to my late wife, Kristen. Um, I said it on live last week, and I'll probably go live maybe tomorrow, Friday. Got
Hmm.
a lot of stuff happening, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
Um, but and then it goes into how I felt going through this whole thing, which I think is a pretty interesting chapter. And then I started going through it's kind of the lead up to going through all this, how someone feels, etc., and what it is. And then it goes into I go into the tools which I think are important because I want to give people something to take away, something they can try. Because ultimately, we want to be in a place where we feel a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's incredibly important. Um, and so those tools lead up into next steps in life, kind of the things you're going through. And then I go straight into the acknowledgments. And then I go into a planner where you can take 15 days to really start putting yourself back to a certain place. What I mean by a certain place, it's such a mental toll, and your body's in a state of fight or flight, but you can work to get past that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the book. And what I'm most excited about is that I feel anybody that's lost anybody close to them, this is a great knowledge book for you. Understand what's going through, what you're going to go through, and how to maneuver through it. Which, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of great books out here. About grief. I'm not here to compare my book to anybody. My book is more or less okay. You have something that can help you through it, and it's something that I wish I had when I was going through this.
Hmm.
So, in the beginning.
What did you find was um, a good? How do you want to say? What do you find was good for you when you needed to reach out during this time? During that time.
When you say reach out, you mean reach out while I was writing the book or while I was
before the book, and maybe at the wake of you know getting the news that your wife had passed.
Well, I was there. So,
Yeah.
um,
No, like after her news, right? Who was you reaching out to, or what was you reaching out to help you?
well, I had some close friends
Hmm.
who were kind of reaching out to me as well. Close friends and family, um, which to me is extremely important. I mean, usually the first month or two someone passes, you get a lot of messages along the way, um, which I stand most grateful for. A lot of support, man. A lot of support. People like, hey, anything I could do for you, etc. Um, I had a chance to travel. It wasn't. It was under a year afterwards, so I had an opportunity to travel to see my mom. And then also last year I traveled to Oklahoma, which is a great place to get away from.
Hmm. Country setting. What was that setting like?
Um, that's a good question. No, it's not country.
Okay.
Well, the surrounding areas were country, but I stayed at Kit and Melissa's house.
Hmm.
Their house isn't country. Their house was modern.
Okay.
So it was a great. It was just a great refuge to be away from everything. Um, I would say for anybody, if they could just take some time for themselves. I know a lot of people have done that. I haven't done enough. But I was pushing things forward to get to that place where anytime I need to take off, I can just have it. But
Hmm.
as you know, with anything, life goes on, and so sometimes you can do that, sometimes you can't do that.
True. The I just you know, sometimes it's hard to speak to someone that's been going through grief, and and we talked about how sometimes just mentioning, just checking in, right? We talked about that last week a little bit. Um, and I try to make sure that I gotta start with something brief as checking in, brother. Um,
That's always a good thing, I would say, because I don't think anybody who goes through losing someone close to them, they will never say it's like, you know what, you've reached out too much. I
yeah.
don't think anybody's ever going to say that because y- you're so caught up in your head. Sometimes the break from that, no matter what it
Hmm.
is very beneficial.
Yeah. We.
And I think people sometimes may not even get enough of that.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think it's uh, more is probably better for people.
I agree. Paula Santos Young of the Fentanyl Facts and Stories, when we were doing that, she would always mention about checking in, and you- it's something that I wasn't basically starting like saying checking in, but I know when I used to go to, or still go to, the wakes and funerals of family and friends, you know, I would just say, love you, or something simple,
Right.
my deepest sympathies.
And you know what? She was somebody that was great at that, Paula.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
and
checking in. It's something she's great at.
I, I think those phrases, right, are very, very important because what it does is it becomes just a initial conversation, right, a icebreaker, but it also allows you, the person on the other side, to start the conversation.
Right, if they want to, because it could
Yeah.
either be a thank you or
Hmm.
and they could go into a conversation. But a lot of times it is just a thank you. And
Yeah.
the person's acknowledging that people are looking out for me,
True. True.
which I think is great.
I mean, you may reach somebody that has a fistful of, of tears, right? And
Right.
you're reaching out, and there's no time that says, just no, physically they just can't talk right now or communicate. And thank you is the best thing to say. Hey, I appreciate it. I
Yeah,
acknowledge.
and then sometimes the thank you is really breaking their someone reaching out to individual. You're breaking the other person's monotony, which is going on in their head, all sorts of stuff.
Hmm.
So, yeah, which I think is beneficial.
Hey, so Liz told me she wasn't gonna buy your book. You think that's true?
Um, well, I tell you where her sister bought it. Did you see what she posted?
I'm just instigating. You know me, man. I think Liz is amazing when you're doing the live, right, and you're interacting with people. It was, it was good that you were reading the comments. You're still kind of responding to everything that everyone's saying,
Oh
and
yeah, I try to respond to everybody, brother.
yeah,
That I feel it's the right. If someone takes the time to reach out, then you should take the time to respond. Um, I I personally hate it when people respond with a thumb or a heart. I think sometimes that's just my opinion. Sometimes I get people could be busy, and sometimes I've done that myself. I think sometimes it's a cheap way of doing things. I know some people that's all they ever respond with is like a heart or a thumbs up.
yeah.
Like,
It's
that's society has made it the easy way of taking away some of the human touch.
yeah. It's I see it all the time. I try to, any kind of podcast that I'm involved in, I try to make sure that make I make mention of the comments that are being visible and seen, and make sure that we reach out and actually acknowledge it, because people could be elsewhere,
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
just think that
Instead of watching or talking, absolutely. So I don't know. It's I remember a couple years ago, somebody was saying to me, it was like, yeah, they were talking about the younger generation. You ever ask them something and they say, huh, or what,
hmm
versus I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, something like that.
yes, all the
I
time.
think some people will go back and say home training or decency, which I think matters.
It
I
sure
mean,
does.
there's some level of home training, you know. I mean, I think that's what makes the world go around.
Yeah.
Um,
My uncle would always, people would and just say hi, how you doing? And he would catch them not paying attention, and they would say hi, how you doing? And he would say, I got cancer. Not
mm,
that I want anybody to say that, but he did it. Um, and they would say, "Oh, that's good. All right,
oh man,
I'll talk to you later."
oh man,
Strictly not paying attention, right?
who was
But
your uncle?
Arnold, my uncle Arnold, it's actually my wife's cousin married to her aunt Joyce, and so he would always say that, and people are not paying attention, and he would catch them on, and then talk about it, say, hey man, your response is so routine that you didn't hear what I said. Um, and I think sometimes you got to stop people and just get them to focus on the little things. Sometimes a hello and goodbye is the best thing that some people could hear.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what I think we talked about before. People talk a lot about politics this day and time, and I always say, yeah, politics matter, but what matters most is how we interact with each other, how
True.
we treat each other, because that's what makes all the difference, man. I mean, um, yeah, because no one likes to be a slave, right?
hmm
If you buy into how society is versus you being an active participant, then in a lot of ways you are a slave, point blank.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind
you think about we wake up on a given day, what kind of difference do you make in the world we live in?
yeah.
It's that simple. Like what do you contribute? I mean,
So
what do you
true.
contribute day to day? Like you ask anybody, what have you done for someone today that was kind?
hmm Actually, I took your advice yesterday,
Which one?
where you just kind of commend someone, that's providing a service for you, and I just happen to be in the hospital with my mom, and this young lady, you know, kind of she was a nurse and doing her thing and checking in people, and I just and I seen her interact with a man that was struggling with his mental abilities and really truly needed to go somewhere else other than a hospital. So she was talking to him, and she noticed that he took a liking to her compared to other people in the along the staff, from security to EMTs to you know. So she continued that communication with him, and he was a little reluctant and didn't want to go, but she was saying, I'm going with you. I'm
Mm,
going in. I'm checking out. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna meet you there. And I go in my own car, and he was so at ease with that conversation
that's
and
great.
that and assurances that she was gonna do that. Now, mind you, she couldn't leave the hospital, but he was so comfortable that she was gonna do that. So I went to her face to face, and sorry it was a little longer than. But I went to her and I told her, great job interacting with that gentleman that was on the stretcher. And she said, thank you. And and it strikes some other conversations. But
That's
so I
great.
just praised her, and I think it went a long way that night.
It just makes a difference, man, when people do something to acknowledge people. Just it's remember to the core of us, we're here to give love and receive love.
Hmm.
And no one is going to be perfect at that, but my goodness,
Yeah.
we all could do a little bit better.
Hmm.
And if everybody went out tomorrow and was like, and did that, it becomes a groundswell. You know,
Exactly.
I mean,
True.
just a smile and a thank you, something, man. I mean, my goodness. I mean,
Mm.
it's just one of those things, man. I mean, being of service to others. There's many ways you can do that. So,
So.
and I look back and I look back and I think about the amount of people that have shared the book on Facebook.
Hmm.
That's huge, man.
Sure is.
You know,
You
and,
think of, yeah, it's any given person can have probably from 100 to thousands of people on
mhm,
their uh, their Facebook page, and
right. And if they share somebody who's on that page, they got thousands. They could see it. Um, and I think about that could be something simple where someone sees this, they're going through something like that. They get the book, and that book helped them out. That's
yeah,
what I think about.
exactly,
When I think about when I keep sharing with you millions served, it's about this could save someone's life or help them along the way. It could take
yeah,
somebody out of depression. I mean, mental illness in this country has grown like you wouldn't believe. Um, I mean, it's that and drug use is astronomical, man.
sure is. It's just it's tearing the city, the society up.
Yeah,
We're yeah.
and I know these things are put in front of us, but can we just do a little bit better with each
Hmm.
other? Just a little
Yeah,
bit, man. Be
yeah,
kind, be nice. I mean, like I said before, imagine if you wrote everywhere you wrote every day on every billboard or every sign, street sign where it says "Remember the Golden Rule."
yeah.
Imagine if that was piped throughout the whole United States.
So true.
What do you think would come from that?
Hmm. Well, it I think that society would definitely benefit, you know, um, and it's just we need to reach out. Reaching out is just something that I think you were taught. I was taught at a very very young age. And it's so much better to do that.
Yeah,
Um, and I mean, simple things. I reached out to help out someone struggling with moving things from their car to somewhere else.
yeah,
And I think that those little gestures are appreciated, especially when you see someone with a grimace on their face and so angry and mad because of what they're doing, and then all of a sudden you line yourself up to assist, um, and you see the biggest beautiful smile on someone's face.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
smiling is everything, man. Smiling and laughing.
yeah,
We talk about this laughing. That's that's everything. I mean,
yeah. What's it? 100 laughs a day? You said.
yeah, if you can get that, your body benefits big time.
Hmm.
But and it's really a simple process. Just and laugh and enjoy because that activates your inner child as well. That's a
Yeah.
part of your body going from a parasympathetic standpoint, which is fight or flight, to a sympathetic nervous,
Mm,
right, which
very
is
nice.
calm, relaxing. You know,
Yeah,
but you seem like you like calm and relaxing environments, right?
I do. Yeah, I do. It it other than a good Charlie Wilson concert, man, I love that. That dude is, you know. But
But
I do like the calming effect of almost anywhere, especially if it's if I need to slow down, right? I need
yeah,
to.
I mean, think about you sleep in the middle of the night. You had a long day of work. You're sleeping good. 2 o'clock in the morning, a marching band comes in your room and they start playing. Right.
Yeah,
That's kind of the state of our nervous system is all the time. You know.
mhm. Yeah. I actually I've been woken up and like I slept the whole night, and then but I'm woken up to thinking about something, right, that
Mhm.
happened, or it keeps me up all night.
Yeah.
And I bet the body just has to, and the mind just has to burn those thoughts out of your head because it's pulling me out of a dead sleep. And
Relaxation and
yeah,
peace is everything. You know. Just and the joy, like Charlie. If you had a whole week of joy, what would that look like for you?
a whole week of joy. Let's see. Um, Not living to the time on the clock, like not I don't, just waking up and nothing planned, just waking up to to the day, right? And as the day goes on, you're just doing what you feel like. I want to stop here. I'm gonna eat. No, I want to sit here, look out to the ocean, see the sun, see the clouds. Wait, I want to stop and see the kids playing in the playground. And the whole 7 days would be based on just doing what freely thought of or physically seen, and just want to enjoy it, right?
Right.
Um, and at some point during that week, joy would be getting the rest that I need. How many people don't get the rest they need? Where
Absolutely. No, no, they don't.
so
Yeah. I mean, I know that feeling firsthand myself.
that would be the joyful week in my eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People just operate as robots, right?
Hmm.
I see what Paulo is saying. Allowing your body to wake you. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine
Yeah.
you didn't need any alarm clocks.
Hmm.
That'd be
And
beautiful, right?
yeah,
That's how my weekends are. Weekend mornings.
yeah. And Paulo, his I don't know if you captured his live on Facebook, but he's been spitting out some words and some wisdom and doing the right thing by people in general, just by the human race. He's just doing some great things. So, Paulo, thank you for doing all that and speaking some truth about everything that you're talking about. And I say some truth because I don't 100% what you're talking about. I can't speak on it. However, some of the things I do, um, I said, man, he's so right on, man.
Right.
So 5 stars, Paulo Paris. Um, there, one thing that people like this past week has been tremendous in pushing and pulling and trying to do the right thing. Um, I also got kind of people a little angry with me because I was frustrated and trying to express my energy towards someone else, and some things that were not right and unjust, and so they clap back and they expect me to give them a response and go back with it. There's one thing that I've learned, and I actually have more control of at this point in my life, is that I don't always give a response because I don't have to. I'll, just because you want me to be front and center and go back and forth with a conversation, that may not happen. I think that sometimes I'm going to just move forward whether I step to the side and move on, or whether I just don't have a conversation. That's something that I do. You know,
Right.
I do. I'm not going to have a, a conversation where I feel my energy is going to be wasted, because I know people's decisions and framework, or frame of thinking is already determined.
Right.
And so why am I going to waste the energy to make you or convince you that I'm right and you're wrong? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move forward, and eventually someone will have that kind of tennis match with you, and then you.
Perhaps. Yeah. And it's interesting. Thank you for sharing that, because
Yeah.
what I've really tried to do a lot lately is to go in the observer mode and not be attached to where someone could potentially be.
Hmm.
Um, that's a whole lot freeing than, because a lot of times when we get attached to something that could be happy or even sad, sometimes we're bought into that moment with that, and it causes a reaction.
True.
Now, if you're in the observer mode, you get to observe where you're at. You get to be from the other perspective to going into reality. It's just like I asked a question, I think it was a couple episodes ago. I was like, if you were surrounded by mirrors, who's the real you and who's observing at that point? And I always think it's like, it's sometimes it's a freeing, and this is what I talk about a lot in the book, is that the reframe is always most important, because we can really be caught in a paradigm that wasn't something we created ourselves. It could be somebody else's paradigm.
Hmm.
You know, we say all the time, like, somebody is not in the best place, and they bring that to you, and you're like, do you respond, or do you step back, observe how you're feeling, and move forward from there? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. And uh, I truly take a lot of pride in a lot of things I do, including my mouth. Right. I have pride in that I'm going to say the right things. And in the case where maybe I won't say the right thing, I have enough confidence to kind of correct it. However, if 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 my stance is very strong, and I know that I'm going to be right with my verbalization, or verbal definition of something,
Mhm.
I'm going to stand on it so stubbornly, and because I truly think that I did the right. I truly know I did the right thing.
You always seem
Um,
like the type that will always try to do right by others. That's what I've always appreciated about you.
mhm. Thank
That's
you.
my
Back,
humble opinion. You're welcome.
back at you. I've seen and heard, and you know things that you have done, um, and I think you are actually doing the exact same thing. Humanitarian is describes you to a T.
Oh, thank you. And like I said, man, I am really barely getting started with this.
Mm,
There's a lot of things that will come from this. I look at having something from a wellness perspective that's just so impacting the world. You know, even outside of books and stuff like that. But man, it's yeah, I've got a roadmap, and sometimes the roadmap. Sometimes it's best to live towards the end, not with this mindset where I've got to do this. I got you kind of stay in that mode when you're thinking like that. But it's a little different when you're operating from the end. You're like, I'm living the life of someone that impacts people on a big scale, right?
true.
So I felt that, especially when I was writing the book, it was like I'm operating from the end, where I knew what this book was going to do for people. And like I said, it's just getting. It's not even a week in now.
Hmm.
You know, it's not even 1 week, man. And every day it's connecting with people, talk to people. I've got some folks that's going to get back to me a couple of days once they finish the book, and we're just going to just talk shop, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and etc.
Um, I mean, that might be a good, nice round circle around a, a round table right here on the podcast. I know at some point, I think we have the capabilities of bringing some people to the screen.
How many?
I I I want to say eight more. I'll check on the settings and make sure that's possible. But maybe a round table right here and do
That'd be
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, we just do what we always do: send them the link,
Hmm.
they appear on the screen, and go from there. But I'll check the settings and make sure that that's okay. And
Yeah, we definitely plan for that.
mhm.
Yeah, let's plan for that in a couple of weeks. Maybe not next week, the week after.
All right, fair
Um,
enough.
um, Next week, I'd love to go into tools that are in there because there's going to be a lot of questions going to come up about that.
Okay.
'Cause there are a lot of tools in there, and there's going to be some that people haven't heard about.
Are you gonna pick out those tools?
Yeah, I'll go line by line.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll concentrate on that, and uh, that'll be next week.
yeah, it'll be next week.
Okay. And
Hey, what's the deal with? I was looking on your weather, Massachusetts. You guys are in the 70s. What's up with that, man?
hey, it just a few days ago just turned, and
Yeah, I mean, I thought you guys were in summertime, man, but 70s.
well, you know what happens, or what's going on right now is that there is just east of us, there's a hurricane that
Yeah, that's the
acts.
Bahamas area, though, right? That's not
Yeah,
near.
but it's pushing the winds
Got it.
that we're starting to feel it right now.
Really? Wow.
And so it's very cloudy. And so it's just messing up all kinds of things. If you look west of us, it's a whole lot warmer.
Mm.
So we're closer to the ocean, and it's just pushing us.
Yeah,
Just
how close are you to the ocean? You said about 5 minutes,
no, right on. Well, where I am, I'm just 2 minutes away from the water. Um,
so you can
and
walk out there.
yeah, we have our let me see, our waterfront is probably about um, 7 miles long. I think I want to say. Sorry, I'll give it 4.5 miles long. So we have 4.5 miles of water. Um, yeah. So um, Paulo says 70s is summer in Mass. Hey Paulo, hey Marvin, this is a true story. Paulo could attest to that when it got around 50 degrees around there, 55, people were running outside with shorts on and and you know tank top. We didn't have a problem with that type of temperature,
Wow.
and we were enjoying it. Um,
Yeah, I don't miss East Coast weather at all.
uh, you got to do a book signing here, so you better
I
get.
am. I am. I'll probably wind up springtime.
Hmm.
Definitely get there to do a book sign. Got to
Yeah.
do.
Um, you got Michael. Michael's on the comment section and saying keep me safe. Yeah, I appreciate that, Michael. But
Mhm.
Marvin, he's in your neck of the woods, and I think you guys should get in touch. Kind of, you know, like minded. I believe. Michael, am I correct? You're in California.
Nice.
I know he's born out here and doing things with a cousin of mine with their projects, and it's it's great. But what what can I say, Coach? I had a very amazing week, and I tried not to get people. All right, he's in Missouri. That's right.
Just quite a ways away.
Yeah, that's quite
California.
a ways. Yeah, yeah, that's for some reason I sorry, Michael, I thought you were in L.A. Um,
That's just saying. That's because you want to get back out here.
well, it's actually, I mean, for one, it's you. I have some family members out there that I haven't seen since the early '80s. That
A
I
long time,
truly,
man. Wow.
yeah, they're you know, some of the cousins that are my age are actually, have grandchildren just like I do, and I haven't seen them, haven't met them,
Right.
um, and I truly need to. When especially when my older cousin, his son, is almost going to be a grandfather. Yeah,
Mm.
I think the daughter's pregnant. So um, crazy. It's a lot of not seeing people, especially blood.
I know the feeling, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
all have that story, right?
so true. Um, Met a woman from San Bernardino.
Mm.
She's out here now. They're visiting. Probably will be going back soon. But yeah, that was a nice conversation. I remember going. I believe it's Bakersfield Mountains. I
Yeah, I
can't
know what it
really.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember traveling. That was just looking down and seeing behind me, and just knowing that I was leaving the state of California, probably for the last time.
Mm.
Um, and just leaving that. It was kind of good, bad, and ugly thinking about that.
Did you when you moved out to Massachusetts, was it the summer or winter?
When I moved, actually, I left LA to move to Florida, and that was in the winter.
Oh, that's not really winter, Florida.
No, no. So I didn't see winter again after probably several years, and until the summer of 1984,
Hmm.
and that's when I seen it again. So I didn't experience any kind of cold weather for 5 years, and and so when it finally hit me, I wasn't shocked, and there was no awe to it. It was I just kind of took to it. However, maybe the second or third storm, that winter storm that came, that's when I really felt the difference in the cold weather. It was crazy.
Hmm.
So Ken Brittle says that I'm up at 4 a.m. even though I'm retired. Yeah, yeah. He well, he had a long career of being the boss, right? The boss always got to get up early and make
Yeah.
sure you're on time at work so you can keep people accountable.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to get away from that 4 a.m. thing
Oh.
unless you have a couple of shots of
No.
NyQuil.
Well, you can always get to bed at 8 o'clock, so that'll
Hmm.
offset that, right?
True, true.
I always try to be in bed before 9:30 myself, because I'm usually up between 4 and 5 in the morning.
Mm. Yeah, these guys talking about winter right now. Marvin, I don't know how the blizzard of '78 affected the Baltimore
Yeah, it
area.
was a bad one in Baltimore too, man. I remember that.
Yeah. So it was
But you were a kid. I was a kid, so it didn't matter.
I
I,
was
I was
in
happy to be home.
fifth grade. Yep. I
I
was
was
in
happy to
fifth
be home.
fifth grade, I think it was, and just enjoying it, jumping out the second story of the projects, and onto the snow that was happening throughout the community. And they were just, sitting in the window watching my friends jump, you know, and have a good time, till we eventually could get out, and go out and play. But
Do
yeah,
you know? Do you know? Change subject. Do you know Elizabeth DeBurgo?
that name sounds familiar. Um, hmm, I'm not sure. I don't think so. But uh, should I? Should I reach out to her? What's going on?
No, she's there. She lives out here, but she's out in Massachusetts. Her brother passed away last week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this one. I didn't know if you knew what the
Hmm,
burger.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Hmm. But it, it's been ongoing around here. The wakes and funerals are definitely making some funeral director quite happy around here. Not happy, but financially fit. You know,
Yeah, I'm sure.
um, actually, shout out to Jeff Davis, my favorite funeral director. Also my boss um, at Rock Funeral Home. Happy birthday! He may be listening right now, so
Hmm.
happy birthday, Jeff. Um, it's a good man. Good.
Charlie, if you know any funeral directors there, if you could share the book with them, just as a resource for people once they go through that, it's a resource.
Hmm.
I would be grateful if you could let them know. Maybe a good thing.
Yeah, I just got to go to work and spread the word, because work part time at the funeral home when I can. Um, and I would definitely relay that message to the the powers to be. Um, but
Or if it's something that they want to read first, I'll be glad to send them a book.
mhm.
And it's something maybe they could offer as a resource to grieving family members.
No, I did. Leave that to me. I'll provide the book for the funeral home and put it in the employee area and
Yeah.
let everybody know about it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yep.
Million served, brother. That's what's happening. Million served.
It's like cash money, If a million people are reading this, it's definitely going to be beneficial to them or someone else if they pay it forward. Um, it would definitely be an amazing resource or gift to people that I mean, because you can sit home and you could tell me this firsthand, but grieving can also put you in a position where all you're doing is constantly staying home.
Oh yeah, man. Even to this day, I always want to hurry up back home.
Hmm. Yeah.
I when Kristen was ill, I was like, I'm not going to these different events without you.
Hmm.
I didn't want to leave my wingman. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like you always have this guilt of enjoying yourself. You know, that's one of the things. It's like what I get joy from is I got to keep pushing everything, push to the top, pushing excellence.
Mm.
That's what I'm chasing, man. I'm not chasing anything else. Nobody. It's excellence,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good place to be because um, I'm better for the world if I'm filled from that perspective.
I like that. I do. Um, I try to tell people I'm a simple man, just like simple things. And if it's me going to work and then coming home and doing some things from the home, I would gladly do that and be very content with it
I agree.
because I could I could do so much from home. Um, but I also let's just say, no years ago, spending 40 to 80 bucks somewhere else, and then realizing the next day that 40 and 80 bucks I could have did something else.
Yep,
Um,
I get that, my brother.
yeah.
So yeah, so next week we're gonna go into that main chapter,
Okay.
um, and then maybe the week after that we'll have some people who were readers
Hmm.
to talk about it. Love to get their perspective and answer questions. So that's what we'll do.
Do you want to create a post for that panel, or do you want to just randomly go reach out and get
Yeah, I'll
some people?
randomly reach out to folks.
Okay.
But if you can find out how many people you can have, it'd be great.
Yep. I'll let you know as soon as just within the hour. I'll do that once we
Okay.
shut down, and I share this to Spotify. Um, or load it up onto Spotify. I'll definitely text you and let you know.
Okay. And thank you everybody for joining and please spread the word as well. Um, I know what was done is put out there to help people and we'll continue to help people.
Yeah, true. Yeah, everyone check out the book. You know, Ken, Paulo, Michael, everyone. That's viewing us. Check out Marvin's book. I'm gonna put it on the screen here. Um, so it's very, very. Let's go. Let's do a picture, Marvin. Okay, we're gonna do a
Okay.
picture. There's his book, and I'm gonna get this writing out of your way.
Okay.
Um, and there it is. It's on
You,
Amazon.
next by next Friday, I'm gonna we talked about people love that logo so much. I'm gonna put that on the mug.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely worth. Um, it's gonna be worth it, and just to look at it, you could put it on a white mug, but I think a black one would be perfect.
You would like a black one?
A black one would be perfect on that, right?
Okay. Cool.
Look at that. The craziest thing is right. Zia Mara from WNB1 Radio, she gave me a mug, and it activates off of. Let me get this off the. It activates off the heat of the mug, right?
Hmm.
And boy, the image comes out, and it comes out, and it says the Really Charlie podcast, and it's a
Oh,
great, great mug, man. And
that's cool.
I, I'm drinking out of it probably 2, 3 times a week. So
Nice.
yeah. Um, the All right, brother. We will work on the information I got to get to you. Please, you know, you need me, give me a holler.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
brother. Appreciate it.
All right. I'm gonna take you off the set, and then I'm gonna make an announcement about the book supply and all that stuff. I'm gonna talk about it for a few more minutes.
Okay.
All
Thank you.
right.
All
All
right.
right. Take care. God
All right.
bless.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for definitely joining Marvin and I. You know, I always say how super the guy is, and definitely is a dear, close. Call him brother for a reason. Some people underestimate the name of brother, my brother, and I just think that we, when you're saying it, mean it, right? I truly mean he's one of my brothers. There was a tragedy in Cape Verde, and hurricane, and definitely destroying a lot of the San Vicente island in Cabo Verde, and so I'm basically part of a drive, a school supply drive, and that's going to be on the 22nd, just this Friday, 4 to 8 at 486 Orchard Street in the parking lot. Um, it's in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Please join us. If you have some supplies, and if you can maybe go out and purchase them, bring them to the parking lot, and we would make sure that we get it to some percent because the school year is starting. A lot of things have been destroyed, and so they need new product, new school supplies, and that's what we're going to provide for them. This will all be on a ship Sunday, the 24th, and we'll get it shipped out. So please come down 486 Orchard Street, New Bedford, in the parking lot, and check us out. This is all being put on by the E. Lima Foundation, myself, and the Really Charlie podcast, assisted by W&W Moving and Storage, along with Rehome Solutions, providing storage and unit, so we can store the donations that were given by you. And let's see what else. Tremblay Bus, can't forget them. Helped us out a whole lot. And at a snap of a finger, it was instantly. They're a great company, and I appreciate you. And so we're gonna do that this Friday. Don't forget about the logo. Right, well, up here, up here, up here, up here. Don't forget about the logo on WNB1 Radio, my favorite radio station, doing their thing, hip hop music, R&B music, along with many shows, from Mags in the Morning with B Mags and J9 hitting us up in the morning, from 8 to 11:30, and and doing a lot of things, some interviews, very good show. We also had Straight to the Point with B Mags, Derek Consaccio, Stephen Lopes, and Keith Rudolph. Every Thursday from 6 p.m., they putting on their sports show, talking about a bunch of things. Very excited crew, and they're getting ready for the football season. So I actually highly recommend that you see them on Thursday. And so we have Luxury Tax with MG Margarita, and we have Diana, we have Ziamara, and J9. They all talk their shop and Luxury Tax. They go different places, go down the South Shore, go onto the rooftops of Boston, Massachusetts. They're doing many things. Check them out when they have their show. We also have Frequency Live. That's on Sunday, and that's at 7 p.m. Myself, Berto Carter, and Derek Demers. Berto Carter is the brainstorm of Frequency Live, former host of the Wind Down podcast. So we always have things going on. And but last but not least, don't forget about this show. Sometimes you have to lose yourself. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., 3 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and get on the screen with Coach and myself, and share your story. All right, thank you. I will talk to you guys. Let's see, Sunday night on Frequency Live, and see you back next week with Coach. And take care.